Hello, everybody. Welcome back to State of Scrims podcast.
Oh,
We're a bit late. The
lame traffic.
universe loves me this week and the week before that.
True.
Things have been going great. Almost had another tornado diff here, but luckily, power restored, and I just fucking left. So maybe a different situation. Um, but anyway, been a bunch of good games. I feel like we haven't really had a sleeper series in a minute. Playoff picture is starting to lock in, I do believe.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I do want to kind of
Hold
look
on.
through and see what games we have not gotten to talk about. I believe, someone correct me if I'm wrong, but 101 Thieves versus Fruit Cakes might have been the last one we covered.
I think so. I think you did one without me, so I cannot remember.
I know we covered 3 series then. I forget what 3 they were. If anyone in chat can let us know, that would be super helpful. Because I'm lazy and don't want to do anything for myself. And it's fine because I'm upfront about it and I do things other times, you know?
True.
That surely is legitimizing how this works. Noam, number one Scrim Zone fan, probably knows. It's going to be my guess, but
Let me just look it up. We can also just go by dates, right? Surely.
yeah. I'm just going to look at the. I feel like we covered the. Oh, okay, wait, yeah, we covered. Okay, because we covered the week where 101 Thieves and Metabusters had 2 games apiece. So that means that the 3 series that we have to talk about today are. Oh, Chrome is not working?
Metabusters versus Fruitcake, Andrava versus 101 Thieves,
Yeah.
and then 101 Thieves versus Shark.
Yes, so 3 series where the team with outside select ended up winning. I'm going to kind of need to go back on this and remember what happened. It's been a bit. Okay.
In the 101 Thieves versus
This.
Fruitcake series, Psycho Carrot plays jungle and dips me in game 1.
Okay, except
Game 2.
that's not the first one. You're recapping ones
Not
that
the
we've
first
already
one.
gone over.
Oh, right, right. The first one is Metabusters. Right. No,
Yes.
Teddy played the Lucian Yumi and did not scale up.
Yeah.
That's not the
I mean,
narrative, but
he did scale up. They just simply had a Giga-fed Katarina and Arnier.
yeah,
In rare, this does not happen often. Arne got his ass gapped, bro. This
a little bit, yeah.
this was not close. Corrin showed up. I believe he got MVP for this game.
I think
And
so.
then proceeded to undo any merit he gained in the second game.
I do think to
I'm
be
sorry,
completely
Corrin,
fair,
but
this Sejuani pick is turbo with their team comp,
it is
but
really fucking good.
so good pick from Fujer as well. Katarina can like insta proc the ulti or the E passive on Sedge, so you can just perma stun people that cat hits. So
Does her ult count for that?
yeah,
That's
it's a one hit.
really dumb.
Yeah, so
I feel
like
like
you have
Sejani's
that, and then
passive
there
is
are
like
extra stun.
so specific about how it works, and then it's like melee on hit effects. Let's go. I mean, I
Yeah,
guess Renekton
it's
is the same idea,
yeah,
but
it's
anyway,
really
yeah, really good draft from Metabusters here, and they have Stav on comfort with Kaisa, and Jacob also on comfort with Nami.
yeah.
Nami also kind of serves to like deny Lucian Nami. I forget what the pick order was, but I think they wanted Lucian Yumi the whole time anyway, so I don't think that's actually a factor. Just funny to mention it. But Tusini had a fucking amazing game here, and Korn also played really well. Do want to shout out Kai and Teddy here. They both had pretty outstanding games. Kathy, I don't know how well she played because this isn't a real fucking champion, so you can't tell.
Yeah.
But the Yumi was absolutely disgusting. I hated seeing it. I hated watching it. I don't care if it's good. Don't fucking play this shit in front of me. It makes me really sad.
Agreed. Base.
But I mean, it was like they seemed to win a bunch of fights that they shouldn't win, but then they end up losing anyway because topside completely gapped them. I don't know. Metabusters is a good team, continuing to do good things here. This game one was really close, though, not what the scorelines would indicate, but it really did feel like there was a chance for the Lucian and Lux to just kind of take over the game. It just never really happened. Despite what Honan says on cast, Lucian isn't a scaling pick, guys. It doesn't work like that. With Yumi a little bit, it can, but he falls off a cliff, and unfortunately, it didn't really carry into the late game. I saw Yumi,
Hypothetical scaling
and I
champion.
was so excited to see Zeri. I thought we were going to see the Tom and Jerry bot lane, Zeri Yumi, Teddy on. No, but we picked Lucian.
If I may quote my ADC from that draft, Lucian Yumi is the best bot lane in the game. Quote from him. So
Okay, well, I mean, if Teddy can't win with the best bot lane in the game, I guess he's just washed in an enter. I don't know.
that was his words, not mine. Straight from his words to God's ears, or whatever, or from his lips to God's ear. There we go.
Yeah. And then we had another good game. This one was a bit closer. There was Arne got his comeuppance. He didn't play Akshan, but same concept still applies here. Had a really good Gnar game. I love to see the Gnar. Very fun pick. Had opportunities to get onto the backline here, but I think you're kind of lacking on engage with this composition. I don't know. It's just super kind of hard to sequence everything, and there's a lot of mobility and range from the Metabusters team, so it's kind of tough for Fruitcakes to really find the combos that they needed to this series or in this game. Teddy had an alright game on Kaisa. I mean, kind of silent, unfortunately. Did well, but not able to do too much there. I feel like Arnie was kind of the standout on that team. Korn got his ass clapped, which kind of balances out the first game. But Fujer absolutely fucking ran this lobby, and I think Stav ended up with MVP here. But I mean, solid Cogwall performance. You don't have like the full 4-man protect the cog composition because you still have the Katarina from last game, which actually Kai did a really good job of stopping from getting online. But I just think the draft here makes it a lot harder for Katarina to function. But Fujer and Stav as a combo did really well, and then Jacob, solid support from Nami. You keep the cog alive, and a lot gets done. I believe he probably had a few good ults in there. Just his Nami's good. He played 2 Nami games this series. I'm just going to say he had good ults. I don't really remember, to be honest, but I don't know. For a 2-0, this was a close series, I will say. I don't know. It was a fun watch if you want to. I think this was the first series that Avery streamed, so shout out Avery for that one. Was definitely a fun watch. I feel like there were some things to work through, but very good first stream from Avery, I think, compared to other first streams we've had. But moving on, this series was a banger, bro.
Yeah.
We had
I casted this one with, or not this one, the next one, but I guess we have like 4 games to talk about. Holy Christ.
Okay, Mason has 0 clue what's going on. There's 3 series to talk about, and you might have casted this one also.
Did I?
I'm not sure.
I don't remember the series. I don't think I casted this one.
I might not have watched this one with volume. I'm not sure. But anyway, only 3 series. So there's this one, and then there's the one that happened yesterday. But
oh right, no. This is the okay. Never mind. Yeah. This is the Drago Rage Quit series. My bad.
So true. But yes. No, this one was a banger. I feel like 101 Thieves was coming in highly favored in this series. I believe Andromeda was tied for last going into this, and they pulled off the fucking heist of the century, played very, very well. Every member of their team had a very solid performance. I do think Andromeda bot lane struggled a little bit, but that's just because Will has been fucking feeling himself lately and was playing very well. The Kaisa game is a tragedy from him. He did so well, or I mean a tragedy for him, not from him. Sorry, that's the opposite of what I meant. And Jonah also played really well this game. Unfortunately, Cerberus went 12-1, and Drago went 0-14.
That's my goat, baby.
Now,
Top lane champion.
if you're not
Season 4
familiar,
victor, baby.
with Rift Sharks over the last 3 seasons, this this may be surprising to you, but the Drago does as Drago does. He has his misses. This is one of them. Rex actually didn't have a great game here either, but I don't know. 101 Thieves still looked like they had some sort of upside through most of this game. And then Cassante did Cassante things. I feel like the copy pasta got sent many, many times in the Twitch chat, as it should. Fishy also was the new player for Andromeda this series. I hear there's a bit of a scheduling kerfuffle coming from the team, and Honen's Honen's client wasn't working. I don't know. It seemed like a mess. But anyway, Fishy came in clutch, helped out. This player is going to be high prio next season, guys. Everyone DM Fishy if you are a captain or looking to be a captain or just want to recruit this guy to your team. I don't know. He's the GOAT, bro. I don't know. He went 619, 7-2-10 in his first team format series. I'm not sure if we're going to see much else of him for the rest, or much more of him for the rest of the season, but good player, fun to watch. But yeah, I mean, Cerberus died once per game, dropped 11 and a half kills on average, 5 assists. Like, this guy played out of his fucking mind. Game 2, his matchup is a little bit criminal, the Silas and Demal fight. And he also gets Alistar ult and Akali ult. It's a bit disgusting.
Yeah.
I don't know. Rex played Kha'Zix on tilt this game. It felt like went for a lot of dives, didn't quite work out the way he'd want to. Fishy did deny the Hecarim in the second game, which was pretty interesting. I enjoyed watching that. Vix, Ari, and Lux were exciting to watch as always. Jonah actually struggling more on Akali is not really what you'd expect, but I think it's hard to do well when everyone on the other team is having a good game compared to when he went 4-2-1 in the first series, or in the first game of the series, and some of the members of Andromeda were struggling a bit. But honestly, Andromeda just fucking locked in and cranked out a good series here. Cerberus, the absolutely just blowing away people in the top lane is really what you want to see as an Andromeda fan. Which Rift Sharks were this game, as this allowed them to have a way better shot at getting second seed. But the match that ultimately was determining that was our most recent match. This one was a banger also. You should definitely watch this. Was Rift Sharks versus 101 Thieves. This match was very critical for determining which of these two teams was going to get second or third seed. Just a reminder for the format, second seed matters a lot because you for sure don't have to play the playing game, and you are spared playing the first seed until finals if the first seed makes it to finals, and you do as well. But Avery, blind picks, Giga Chad gets played into Darius and solo kills him like 3 times. Rex is a very good player. Need to shout out Avery here. That was very well played.
Yeah. I mean, they also went for the level 1 invade that got Avery a kill early, which really let him accelerate his lead.
I believe Avery and I both got a kill off of that invade. Psycho Carrot and Rex kind of got caught out in a 2v3 situation. I feel like that was a pretty good macro call on our part. We went for like an early play, got some intelligence, and we're like, they probably have 2 people sitting in our jungle. Let's just throw 3 people, try and hit them all at once. That's exactly what happened. We got 2 kills, got paid for it. This game was rough for 101 Thieves. I believe they only got 6 kills. Our team got a bit more than that. I don't know. This was the least close game in the series. But, you know, set us off to a good start. And then this game,
game 2, there's a really funny Baron steal at 20 minutes. You should go watch that. That was pretty swag cash money of Psycho Care. I did give him MVP, but I do need to point out that Baron Steel was very swag cash money, to be
Yes.
completely fair to him and the GOAT.
Comms for that were really funny. I was like, we gotta keep Psycho Carrot out of pit. Everyone was like, yeah. I'm like, do I need to ult to do that? And they were like, yeah, probably. And then I ult, and then he buffers his Q through it, and it doesn't fucking matter. I didn't want to play Azir this game. Noam, the one time I let him have access to the draft link, he locks in a champion I don't want to play. Lesson learned there, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, my Azir is the problem. I suck at this champion. I should never play it. Rex is right. Father, I don't know. Whatever. He had more kills than me. He knows what's going on. Rex fucking shredded us this game. He R5s Gwen in like the best Gwen game of all time. This champion's busted. Critical mistake for us for banning AD Gwen and not Gwen. Took the Jax off the board. It didn't really seem to matter. But yeah, I mean, I feel like Evan performed pretty solidly this game too. Avery had a bit of a rough time, but I mean, we gave him like the worst matchup ever. Our fault, completely honestly. But yeah, I mean, Psycho Carrot did have a pretty good game here. Had some shnasty jungle maneuvers going on there.
AKA press the smite key a couple more times and know him.
Yeah. But I mean, the Taric Gwen combo was really smart from 101 Thieves there. Yeah. They made it basically impossible to kill them in fights. We had sustained damage too. It just kind of sucks to have to blow your like Nautilus or Zac or Volibear engage. And it's like we have sustained DPS after the Taric ult goes away, but we're probably down one or two of our front lines, and then we're in a lot of trouble. And they play against that really well.
It's like hard to poke out the Gwen because you press W and immune a lot of poke, so it's like really hard to play a lot of angles. This was just a really good Gwen angle. I'm not gonna lie, it's like kind of impossible for your team to play the game into the Gwen.
Yep. I didn't realize that Jonah only died once this game. I solo bowled him in the volley lane, guys. That's this needs to be noted.
Bro, you didn't have to slander him like that.
Hey, no. I'm gassing myself up. I don't think it was too much of a misplay on his part. But we learned at the game. We were both like, "Hey, we're playing the two worst mid lanes on the patch." So that was a bit of a bonding moment. Jonah and I have been on teams together before. You know, good old banter there. The faded TSA team did not do very well. I mean, just kidding. We made the finals. We got a game in finals. We almost won. But that team kind of collapsed. Jonah got slapped with the durability patch in the middle of it when we were running Akali every game. It was rough. But it was nice to get to mid lane against Jonah. I don't think I'd gotten to do that in a while, if not in the last couple of seasons. But going into the third game, Psycho Carrot pulled a Psycho Carrot. I fear this is a 0-5 scoreline. Noam played his absolute heart out here. He went 7-1-13, really good performance. Avery also solo killing Grex a couple times at the beginning of this game.
This is like the most Disneyland fucking counterpick on earth. I think Timo is, in theory, a counterpick to Darius because you can prevent him from stacking the 5-stack on the bleed.
This is not what Mason was saying to me last night, by the way. He's a fraud.
What do you mean? No, that's what I said! What do you mean?
No. Mason was like, I think the Timo pick is really good. He just needs to take different runes and he would have rolled you guys. It was a really good angle.
Yeah, that too. Like,
you can't say this and then it's the opposite. You're like, oh, that too. What the fuck?
No. It's like so. I think one, he did mess up the runes and the setup because like he went lethal tempo. That rune fucking sucks dick and balls. But it's also like you have to play the matchup really, really well from the side of Timo because you're still in hook range when you try to go up and poke the Darius. So you have to play it way harder than way better than the Darius. But it's like in theory it does really well because like he can't really get on top of you, right? If you rush the Swifties boots, which he did. I don't know. It's a really complicated matchup, so I think there's a lot of nuance to the pick. I think it could have maybe worked, but I don't know. Also, Broxah is telling me this is the best jungler on the patch, so I don't know, bro.
Mason, pick a take and stick to it. Challenge, impossible. Jonah in chat saying he tried his best this series. You had 2 good games this series. Unfortunately, game 1 was not one of them, but
true.
you were definitively not the problem in game 3, I will say. Will, back to his old Jinx ways, was not able to grab a win here. He was really close to hitting even on the Jinx win rate, but Rift Sharks had to reestablish the Will Jinx curse. I am sincerely sorry, Will. I was rooting for you. You just shouldn't have picked it against us. We tried to help you out. We banned it twice. We were like, hey, don't pick this. You're going to lose with it. Unfortunately. But anyway, Rex tried something out there. They had like the double split push. They were doing a really good 1-3-1, actually. They were trying to punish us. I think they just got a little too far behind early. Evan and I were just turbo accelerated, doing a lot of damage, and Avery held down the side lane. And then Noam and PB had so much map pressure. Both of them had like 20 plus KP. Very clean series from us. Or clean end of the series. Clean end of the series is what I meant to say. Yeah. But very, very fun series. I feel like this was one of the most fun series I've played in Scrims recently. I feel like we really had to consider everything the other team had to offer. Lots of adaptations kind of going through the series. And the Psycho Carrot Jungle Rex top was definitely not something we were expecting at all. So props to 101 Thieves for coming up with something fresh and throwing it at us. I think it really kept us on our feet. And they almost grabbed it from us.
True.
But anyway, let's fold these sheet. I think we might just keep this episode short because my eyes are literally not staying open. But here, can I zoom in on this? Yep. Okay, so there are 8 possibilities remaining. The 3 remaining games are Fruitcakes versus Andromeda, and then 2 Metabusters games between the other two of the top 3 teams, 101 Thieves and Rift Sharks. They don't have side select on either, but if our little streak continues, that means they're going to win both games. So surely this matters. Rift Sharks and Metabusters and Fruitcakes versus Andromeda are on the same day. They're both on Thursday. We will figure out how we do this. I'm assuming what I'm going to do is try and delayed cast Fruitcakes and Andromeda after our series wraps up, assuming people send me replay files. We'll see how possible that is, but could be a little scuffed. We'll have to see. But anyway, the important thing here for the foldy sheet is that we look at who can end up where. Metabusters has locked first. Rift Sharks can tie with them, but they have us beat in game differential overall, regardless of if we 2-0 them or lose or 2. Like, it doesn't matter our result against them. They have us beaten in the tiebreaker just based on game differential. And that would also require them losing to 101 Thieves and to us, which is, 1 in 4 chance, assuming even odds. Rift Sharks currently have 3 scenarios where we're second, 2 scenarios where we tie for first, which would get us second, and then 3 scenarios where we tie for second. All of those ties for second are with teams that we have the tiebreaker against, because we can be against Andromeda in one scenario, and we've beaten them both times, so we have the tiebreaker, and then the other 2... Okay, we have actually another situation where we can tie against Andromeda, which I didn't think was true, but it is. So we have the head-to-head there, and then the last one we tie against 101 Thieves, which normally we wouldn't have the tiebreaker for it, but Drago and I came to an agreement because of the roster they ran in their first series against us, which is not legal, that game result holds, but in case of a tie, we get the tiebreaker. So we are locked in second. But yeah, so that means that the 3 contested spots are 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Andromeda can still end up 4-4, I believe, which could create some sort of like 3-way tie scenario between 101 Rift Sharks Andromeda. No, not technically, I guess. Wait, how is that not possible? I could swear that that's possible. Yeah, they could both win, and then we would need to lose. Wait, am I stupid? Okay, so Andromeda wins, 101 Thieves, Metabusters. Yeah, okay, wait, it is a three-way tie. I'm stupid.
He can't read. True. Bro's like
I
falling asleep. Give him
yeah.
some credit.
Long day. But yeah, okay, so three-way tie, which is I guess the most exciting. We'd still win because we have individual tiebreak against both. So then the tiebreaker for its third would come down to Andromeda and 101 Thieves, which is also very likely. If you look, 3 out of the remaining 8 scenarios are a tie for third between Andromeda and 101 Thieves. This is likely something we're going to see. That said, tie for third doesn't really matter that much unless it's a 3-way tie for third, which can still happen if Fruitcakes is able to get the win. The interesting thing here, though, it all comes down to Fruitcakes versus Andromeda. That's the thing that really matters, because if Fruitcakes does not win, they get 5th, Metabusters is in first, Rift Sharks is in second, and then it's almost clear cut Andromeda versus 101 Thieves. But I believe if we go back, Andromeda versus 101 Thieves record, 101 Thieves beat them once and then lost to them. And I believe these were both 2-0s. So it actually does get pretty interesting if they are able to tie. So I think that might come down to game differential. Let me double check that these are both 2-0s, though, before I speak on anything. Yes, so they're both 2-0, so it'd come down to game differential. And if we look at current game differential, 101 Thieves is doing worse than Andromeda. So if Andromeda is able to win, they could lock third, which means that this season is so close. Like, I don't know. I don't think that's being talked about enough, how interesting this season is. I feel like we don't have any teams that are getting blown out of the water. I don't know. Very fun. But anyway, the boring possibilities out of the way. Andromeda and Fruitcakes would tie for fourth, or a 3-way tie for third if Fruitcakes is able to win. In order for Fruitcakes to have tiebreak evenness into Andromeda, they need to 2-0. Otherwise, they are losing into Andromeda head-to-head and would just get 5th in these fourth scenarios. But in a 3-way tie for third, shit gets complicated, to say the least. Because you need to look
there
at...
could be a 3-way tie for third. That's really
Yes,
funny.
there could be 3-way ties for a lot of things. So we already established that Andromeda and 101 Thieves are even. So looking at the other matchups, Andromeda is up 1 on Fruitcakes, and then if Fruitcakes wins on this, they would also be even. So it comes down to Fruitcakes versus 101 Thieves, which Fruitcakes is up 1 and down the other one. But if we look at the game count, if I can find it, Fruitcakes 2-0'd. And then in the more recent one, if I can find it, 100 Thieves 2-0'd. So this tiebreak is going to be really interesting if it happens. So I'm like honestly just hoping that this happens, so interesting stuff happens in the tiebreaker.
You're rooting for my team, right?
I mean, I guess. I hope you
Why
don't.
do you say I guess? That's fucked up, bro.
I hope they don't run you and win.
Okay,
Because it's funny. Also, I want to see Teddy fucking sperm
Also,
on some
I
people.
think I am playing.
But
Spoiler, but
leak.
leak.
Maybe I'll like win and
Andromeda
redeem
watches,
myself.
bro.
Who knows? I feel like that's not true. But
Okay, no one in chat from Andromeda has spoken.
they're just lurking. They've now gotten the intel that they needed.
They've gotten the ammo, bro.
Andromeda are based like delayed watchers. Like they'll.
Oh, I know. Bean is in here. Never mind. They do watch.
Okay, Mason is like trolling. Okay. Anyway.
Now that they didn't type in chat, I just looked at the current viewers. So
okay. But yeah, I mean, unfortunately for fruitcakes, their game differential is -6. So I think the interesting that happens is probably them getting fifth anyway.
Hmm.
Um, but you know, it's what it is. Uh, but yeah, lots of possibilities for ties. I think things can get somewhat interesting, but I don't know. If you're Metabusters, who is the team that you don't want to play? Who's the team that you want to throw into the third seed in the bracket out of 101 Thieves, Andromeda, and Fruitcakes? If there's a team you don't
I
have to play, who would it be?
I think you want to play versus Andromeda the least. I don't know. It really depends because like I think 101 Thieves is just like the most question mark team on planet Earth. No, I have to make sure my go 40-point jungle stays washed and humble. So true, man. I am that guy, I guess.
So true. Yeah, I mean, I'd also say Andromeda is probably the team that they're looking to pick third. Um,
Because like 101 Thieves is like you can never really tell which version of 101 Thieves you're getting. It's like you sit there and like flip a coin 20 times and you're getting a different like result every single time, no matter what. It's like so funny to watch that team.
I think that would have to probably be not a coin.
Okay, like you roll a dice 20 times and you get a different result. I don't fucking know.
They
You know
just
what
got
I
some
mean?
fucking freaky coins. I don't know.
True.
Bros cooking over there. Um, but yeah, I mean, I think Andromeda's also the one. Andromeda has beaten them 3 times in terms of individual games.
Yeah.
That's more than any other team. Um, especially considering MetaBusters has only lost 3 games. Like they're the only team that has taken games off of them this year is Andromeda, or in this season is Andromeda. I think they need to just not play this team, if at all possible. The other option that they could go for is just try to throw Andromeda in fourth in a hope that they lose in the play-in and they don't need to deal with them at all. But I feel like that's probably not the safer bet. Um, that said, Rift Sharks does have a really good record into Andromeda, so I think it could get a little interesting there. Um, so I don't know.
Know what I'm saying? I think it'll be hilarious to hit the three-way tie and then 101 Thieves ends up as fifth as confirmed or as predicted. I agree.
I don't. Is that possible? I don't know. Someone can do the math and figure out if that's possible. I don't think it is. I think their game diff is too good. Even if they lose, their worst possible game diff after their last series is -3. And Fruitcakes, if they win 2-0, is going to be -4. Um, and then Andromeda would be -2 after that. So I believe the order that would happen um, would be Andromeda and 101 Thieves could outright tie, which would be really interesting. But since it's for 3-4, I don't think it matters. I just think we wouldn't resolve the tie. Um, but yeah, I think Fruitcakes it might be locked fifth, unfortunately. So
Fine. Quote from Dean: regular season doesn't matter this year, so or
I
this season.
uh, I don't know where he's quoting that from, but sure. Um, yeah, I don't know. I still would like to see
But fifth needs to
Fruitcakes
play. But
put
fifth
some
needs
work
to
in.
play
But
fourth for placement. No, quote from Noam.
I mean, yeah, you don't want to be fifth. Um,
I
it
mean, I
might,
guess.
yeah, it might be as simple as like these last 3 games aren't that important, but um, I think these games are actually huge confidence boosters going into um playoffs, though. Like personally, for me, I would much rather get a win on Metabusters and then feel good going into playoffs than get smoked by them and then be super worried. Um, it's also nice to have practice with your team in official matches because I feel like they're a lot more helpful than scrims are. But I don't
Pretty
know.
sure.
Should be interesting. I am super excited for 101 Thieves versus Metabusters. I think that should be a banger, but unscheduled as of yet. Um, but yeah, I mean, Andromeda's I guess both wins that were gotten against 101 Thieves in the past couple weeks have been super important for those teams. And I do think, despite it not super mattering, I think for like ego purposes, I think both Andromeda and 101 Thieves would like to get that third place spot, just because it's forever going to be memorialized on the website as like you're the team that got third, and I feel like it makes you feel happy inside if you got in like the top half instead of the bottom two, I guess, but. I don't know. I think my eyes are literally about to fall shut and not open for the rest of the night. So I don't have to call it here, but I'm really excited for the games Thursday.
No, he's falling asleep. He doesn't care.
It's GG's, bro. I don't know why I'm so tired.
It's been a long day.
What? Oh, no, that's not how it works. Because first seed gets to pick who third and fourth seed are. So it doesn't matter because they get to choose. But I mean, I think the possibility that there's actually a dead even tie between Andromeda is really, really low, because I think 101 Thieves would have to lose to Metabusters in a 3-game series, and Fruitcakes would have to 2-0.
So you're saying there's a chance?
We'll have to see. I mean, yeah. No, that would probably make more sense, but no, that's just not how we're doing it. Yeah, sorry. I don't make the rules.
For sure. You and I lie. This is how you know he's my roommate.
I say as I am the one who makes the rules. He knows mad.
Mad.
Okay. Well, anyway, tune into games. Awards voting will be out soon. I'm gonna try and give us like a whole week to vote on it. That might be tough. We might get closer to like 4 or 5 days, but I want to make sure it's out after all the games are played. Just so that we have all the data.
You need to get him better at gaslighting. It doesn't count when you just admits it immediately. That's not true.
Well, but I'm not. My intent was not to gaslight. My intent was to say something obviously false for comedic purposes, which I did.
No. This is not what happened here. Trust.
Yeah, but anyway, I don't know. Awards voting should be fun. I think we're gonna try to do the same thing we've done in previous seasons, where award show is gonna go live before the first series of playoffs, so it should go right before the play-in. And then we could probably do like a playoffs preview to kind of fill in the gap between that, so we could have some good content there. Family Feud State of Scrims episode is still coming at some point. I'm gonna need to try and collect availability for that. What I'm gonna try to do is 2 teams who aren't playing in the play-in, I'll try to get on for content later on, but we'll see. I'll keep you guys posted on that one. Should be fun, but how many episodes are we at so far?
I have no idea.
I don't know. I think trying to hit 48 by the end of the season is not possible with a 5-team. I don't know if that was did I not upload the last one? Oh shit, I just fucking flashbanged myself. Okay, for some reason the one I did with Jacob didn't get uploaded, but that would be 38. So that would put us at, this is the 39th. So Family Feud, awards/playoffs preview, semis preview, finals preview should put us at 44 by the end of the season, which is pretty solid. But I don't know. We'll kind of see where we balance out. It's just tough because we have like 2/3 of the games that we normally have in a season. But anyway, I'm gonna have to call it here. I am like, my brain has actually ceased entire function. So
Yeah.
thanks everyone who's watching PV. I hope you got to enjoy your live
episode.
Scrims. Yeah. I'm not really that live, but
Sure.
point had. Great fucking season so far, everybody. Really enjoyed it. I'm glad that the streams work and all the teams have been competitive. It's been really fun. So just want to show appreciation there. Mason, any parting gifts to the viewers?
No, go watch the last series. It was a banger. That's
Yeah,
all I
I'll
got.
try and get it uploaded on YouTube. There's a little
Yeah.
fucky wucky in the middle of it.
Yeah,
So
there's a weird cut because
yep,
Jacob's casting or spectate stopped working, so
yep.
GG I guess,
We'll see.
but
I'll try and get that uploaded tomorrow. But
all
anyway,
right.
peace everybody.